Hello, and welcome to another week's edition of Murray's Law. We are going to talk about a really good one today. Let's see. So I'm in a Facebook group, and one of the questions I've been seeing a lot of lately is, what's a DBA? And do I need this DBA instead of an LLC? So I think that's a really great question. And for those of you who do not know me, let me introduce myself. Hey Curtis, hey Deanna, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I am LaConya Murray. I'm brand attorney and founder of Off the Mark IP Solutions, where we help people protect their brand, their content, and their ideas through trademarks, copyright, patents, and contracts. Hey Sandra, how you doing as well? So, what exactly is a DBA, and do I need this instead of an LLC? I think this is a good question because we don't want someone to go and operate one way when they really meant to do something else. So what DBA stands for is doing business as. And you use this whenever you're going to do business other than the name that you registered with the state, right? So if you have an LLC, so you can have a DBA, right? So let's see. For example, let's say you told the state that you were going to do business as Scott's Enterprise LLC. But when you get ready to open your storefront or you have your website, you call that Scotty's Playhouse. So Scotty's Enterprise LLC is what the state knows you as. But what everybody else knows you as is Scotty's Playhouse. So that Scotty's Playhouse is a DBA. So that's a name that you operate Scott Enterprise as. Does that make sense? So what a DBA really is, it's that name that consumers associate with you. And it's different from the name that the state associates with you. And the reason you want to have a DBA is so if something happens, this is especially if you have an LLC. If something happens to you while you're doing business as, you won't have that same protection that LLC gives you if you haven't made anybody aware that this DBA is attached to this LLC, right? And so you can have a DBA even if you haven't filed any paperwork with the state. So even if you have not formally formed as an LLC, or if you're not a corporation, that means you're a sole proprietor. That means that you and your business, y'all are one. Y'all are together. There is no separation between you and your business, which means your business name is your legal name. And if you do business under any other name, that's a DBA. So let's say you are a plumber and your name is Henry Smith. That means your business name is Henry Smith because y'all are the one. But instead of, on your business cards to say, instead of Henry Smith plumber, you have on there, I don't know, Henry's one-stop plumbing shop. All right, so that DBA is Henry's one-stop, what did I say? Plumbing shop. So if you're doing anything other than the name, your given name, if you're a sole proprietor, then it's a DBA. And you need to register it with the state. All right, so that is a good question. So some states refer to DBAs as fictitious names. And for many people, they use that DBA, or you've heard me call them trade names, in multiple states. If this is you, if you have a DBA that you're using and you want to make sure that no one else is going to be able to use that DBA, then you want to register it as a federal trademark if you are indeed doing business in multiple states. And if that's the case, I'd love to talk to you about it. If you have a question about whether or not your DBA is a trademark, then definitely schedule an assessment call with me. You can go to our website at iprotectbrands.com, schedule a 15-minute assessment call, and we can get you straightened out. All right, so does anybody have any questions about DBA? If you need a DBA, what a DBA is, and how it does not replace an LLC. So the DBA does not replace your LLC. And this is something else that I want to tell you. So if you are a sole proprietor, and even if you have this DBA, that you are assuming all the risk of your business. Anything that happens in that business as a sole proprietor is going to fall back on you, which is why many people and businesses form as an LLC in the first place, is to limit and reduce their liability.